is currently 7:12.
7:12, meeting called to order, Newbury Historical Commission, 7:12. This is gonna be a brief, speedy meeting, and then we're gonna go right into the map. And, we're gonna have to do something. All right, we need to do Pledge of Allegiance.
There's no flag.
It's gonna be strange.
Over there.
Okay,
Oh,
there you
that's
go.
right.
There's
Some stripes.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one right there.
Oh, yep.
Oh, all right. Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Attendance, pledge of allegiance. Minutes are not ready for this meeting, we'll cover them at next meeting.
Sorry.
We'll go right to, not the 10-minute treasurer's report, but the
No, I'm kidding.
brief treasurer's
Make it three.
report.
Here's the, I gotta learn to count. I keep hitting print and with 6. I'll relinquish mine when I'm done. So I've got, gonna be one short, sorry.
I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, and I can email you one if you want to. Okay, let's start out. So underneath the general account, expense account, we've been carrying a commitment for a couple of invoices where I purchased something from last fall. And I finally gave up, we couldn't find them, nobody knew where they were, so I submitted them and you re-signed them, I just got them back.
Okay,
And it turns out that they'd already been paid. I don't keep track of whether I get paid, sorry, I keep track of whether or not I submitted them and whether they hit our account. And they hadn't hit our account, so they were in a commitments file. Anyway, turns out that it was filed, and then they were, for some reason, it went into a deposit account, which I didn't even know existed, to our general fund. So there's 2 different numbers associated with it. I've never seen that other one. Went into that as a negative deposit, whatever that is. But somehow that doesn't affect my numbers.
okay.
So it's just been in the commitment file, so that the numbers haven't changed at all. But as far as the commitment, but those things have now been transferred back. They have hit the. Unfortunately, they were transferred back into the gifts and donations fund. But that's fine. So I've cleared that all up now, and
Okay.
so the balances are correct. Commitments, we've got a total of 6228 available, and that's down near the bottom, about 2 inches up. Available to spend, including the commitments, and the books show us at 654708. So
Okay.
sorry about that. I didn't know that account like that existed, and actually. Eileen and I just sat around for a half hour and dug and just looked and finally found the thing. Because she said, I've got a record that we paid you for that. But it hadn't hit our account.
Oh.
It hadn't, and that's all I get. I get a printout, and if it's not on the printout, I assume it's not processed. And I guess if I get a check, my wife just says, sign this, and, I sign it.
Okay,
Reimbursement, so I don't know what I'm
so
saying.
the general account, the 741 left is what we have to work with,
Effective balance of 741, so we've got more, yeah.
and what's that, that's till May 30th?
And that's until
Fiscal
June
year.
30th.
June 30th.
June 30th, yeah. So we can still do some more purchases and stuff
So,
with that.
is there books we haven't purchased yet, or is there anything else?
We never got that far.
I probably would wait and hopefully we get this map done and we can use that to print the
Oh,
maps.
printing,
Oh,
okay.
that's true, yeah.
All right, good thinking, Nancy. All right, so we will have the map printing, so that's gonna burn up a chunk of that. And we will have probably a toilet bill or two, too, so.
Those, yeah, I've got, those commitments are in there for May
Okay.
and June. They're already there.
Okay.
I've got those
Okay.
in there.
All right, good.
Okay. So who didn't get one? Well, two of you didn't get one.
That's all right.
Okay,
sorry.
Nancy, we'd like to make
We
a,
never approved,
You don't approve them?
we've never done it.
Oh, no?
no, just minutes.
Oh, all
I
right.
don't think we do the treasurers.
Yeah, we haven't been.
Everybody did,
Yeah, we've never done it since I've been here.
I thought we did. Wrong meeting.
All right, correspondence, any incoming correspondence at all? Has anybody checked the mailbox?
There was nothing in the mailbox, I've been there several days this week, thank you very much.
Okay, we have one email in reference to 42 Main Street. Email in Upper Green, we'll cover that in regular business.
It's 48 Main Street.
Yeah.
48.
Where did I put?
48 Main Street.
Oh.
And we need to quickly discuss 280 High Road.
Oh, I've got the drawings for that.
Okay, all right, let's go to 280 High Road if you look at that.
I'm not sure if they didn't maybe click the wrong boxes, because we weren't clicked on approval needed to demo the building in the back that he had spoken to us about when he
Oh,
first came
sorry.
to the meeting. But
The
they,
the floor plan is in here. This is probably, I'm gonna blow up the floor plan. But every one of these profiles has a floor plan with it. This is just a bigger, so you can see more. So this is what it looks like now down on that end from the one side, yeah. And this is what it'll look like. So this is before and after. So there'll be a little bit of a farmer's porch. So what he's planning on doing, what he's planning on doing is basically taking an existing house, tearing off, there's an addition on here right now, which should be here. He's gonna tear that off. And he was gonna do it initially 2 stories high. And then they decided to put the bathrooms inside. They're redoing some of these areas in here. They're gonna put the bathrooms inside. So this is only gonna be 1 story. There will be a bathroom downstairs in it. You can't tell from this, can you? No, you can't. Okay, so we need to go to the, you can't, oh, here we go. You can see it in this one. You can see it. There's a bathroom in here, a shower when you're, like, if you've been out working, you can get the grass and stuff off of you and whatnot. I don't know what all the other rooms are, but also that'll be the entrance to get into the house now. So that's moved over a little bit to this side.
That's
And
the back
then-
of the house, right?
This
That's
is the
the
back
back,
of the
yeah,
house.
now,
High
yeah.
Road is
Yeah.
here.
Yep.
Okay, and then around the whole thing, he's put this, as you can see here, has put a farmer's porch all the way around it, which kind of looks nice. I don't mind peeking out over the side here, and I think diagonally it looks pretty decent too. And that's about it. The only thing he's gonna have to do a little differently is right now he's got an easement. He comes in the gravel road that does this into the thing, yeah. Right now he's got a little easement that he can shoot over. This thing is gonna force him to move out about 20 feet. And he's working on that with the selectmen, I believe, or Concom, somebody, because maybe, I don't know why. But he would just have to move where he goes in over here. But in doing that, he's driving over, instead of 6 feet of park, he's driving over 10, 12 feet apart.
So, yeah.
Which is, not that much different. But that's basically what he's proposing. So the demo is to tear this piece down, this thing on the back,
Yep.
right? This is the view from the back, from the rear, yeah. Tear this 2-story thing down. That's like a 8 by 6 foot bathroom up there, and then this is just a mudroom.
Okay.
And it's from 1940s, so that's nothing there. He's doing a lot of work on the inside.
That's good.
Yeah.
Good. Sounds
And,
good.
and he's had, somebody does stuff for Essex, something historical, one redoes windows.
Yep.
And she's gone through and redone, they look like they're brand new, like they just came out of the box.
Do it and really,
She did a really good job.
We always get requests for somebody doing windows, if you, so we could
Yeah.
get her a card or get it.
Oh, okay,
Mm.
oh, sure, okay, I'll find out
Because
who it
when
is.
we have discussions about people wanting to tear out historic
And
windows.
she fixed up the Indian windows or the shutters, I mean,
Shutters, oh,
and, yeah,
that must look
shutters, and
nice.
so, yeah, it's gonna be real nice with that stuff.
Huh, nice.
All right, I'm happy with this, great presentation. Any other discussion on 280 High Road?
Oh, you can see. It shows where the existing driveway is, right here, and shows how it goes through it would go through the addition.
Oh, yeah.
So he's gotta move it about
Oh, yeah, yep.
15 feet maybe
Yep.
this way, and then come back in and he'll have the same thing.
Okay.
But he's gotta get permission to do that.
Entertain a motion to approve 280 High Road demo of two-story bathroom. Someone? One, please
I'll make a motion, sure.
Make a motion to approve, yes.
And, Nancy on the second. All in favor? Against?
Oh, and he's digging out the basement and putting a French drain in and
we
putting
have
putting
to
brick in on top, or, no, concrete, pouring concrete on top of that. So that'll be waterproof too.
Cultural Heritage Master Plan, is that the town meeting
Yeah,
you're
that's the
doing?
town stuff.
Have you seen a meeting set up for that yet, Jan?
No, not yet.
Okay. Settling on what's the problem. Date.
So nothing on that tonight?
No, I'm
Okay,
just keeping us aware, I guess.
okay. All right, so we just, one appointment coming up?
You, Anthony, Sue,
Oh, I thought it was a note to me.
and,
Okay, appointments this year, Sue and Channing are up. I will re-up myself. Sue?
I don't think I'm going to.
You're gonna stay on?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't feel like I do anything.
We still gotta come and visit.
You know,
well,
I
maybe we
just
could
don't.
change that we're doing
Yep.
something, that's something we really need to push, especially with this
Yeah, you know
cultural
what I
thing.
mean, with
We
the,
need to start doing the inventories.
yeah, the inventory down here.
And I really need you for that stuff for Byfield.
Yeah, having me is kind of useless. I mean, people
It's
like me that have
absolutely-
been here 7 years.
I know, I'm the
when
oldest
you've got the
Jack over
history.
here on this side, I know. You know, I don't have to go down the schoolhouse, I just feel like,
Well,
you
you
know.
could if you'd like to.
No, that's the
However-
thing, you know, I'm usually at the barn on Sundays, you know.
But there's no
I don't
reason
know.
you can't help Carolyn with the files here too
Yeah.
and stuff. You guys would better chance of
What
getting
night
together.
are they ever open on a night? On
Tuesdays
Tuesday
and
night, that's what
Thursdays.
Two
a
nights,
night
right?
would
They're
be,
different in the summer, I think, aren't they?
No, they're still open at
Yeah.
Same
until
nights?
that
7
would
on
be
Tuesdays
easier,
and
a
Thursdays.
night. would
They're
be easier
closed
for
on
me.
Saturdays in the summer.
Only
That's
until
what it is,
7.
yeah.
Well, can't
Oh,
we,
until
as the
7?
historical commission, get a
But
key
if
to the
you're
damn
already
door?
in here, they might
Yeah, we
Can
should
we come
set
in
up
when it's
that.
closed?
You know, like
Work
they might
with our
just
stuff?
tell you to just
Yeah.
make sure you shut the lights and close like we do
Yeah,
tonight.
we do when we have a meeting, yeah,
You
even
know,
if we
because
let
I
them
have-
know in
I haven't had
advance.
any time during the day either, you know, I'm embarrassed, I only came those 2 times, I never came back again, and I'd love to help.
Who would we have to see, Jan, to get permission to get a key?
New head of the library.
I don't think we should all ask for
She's
keys.
the one who let it,
Real
she's
personal
making sure
keys.
we can get in
I'd like
here and
a
then we
key.
just shut everything off at night, so I don't see why it would be a problem. You're
Yeah.
only gonna.
Or even
only
if
gonna
they
be
knew
in-
we she were
said
coming,
June,
or we were here before,
Yeah.
we wanted to work,
Yeah, I mean, it would be good
Yeah.
if you could get here a little before 7.
Yeah, exactly,
To say that
Yeah.
we're here, they know that
And
you're,
we're gonna be here.
and you're
until
on the list
9
of
couple hours,
members.
yeah,
That's true, we have a list.
yeah.
So, is-
Why not?
Somebody needs to get on the board of directors for the library, then you get a key.
So Carolyn and Brandon, are they going to, you
Sure, why
going to sign up as members?
You live up the street, don't you?
I do.
Yeah,
You're only
you
in
can ride your bike
your
down.
select members.
I can
I
roll down.
don't get to vote.
Yeah, you come all the time.
I do.
Yeah.
I think I'd like to be a member.
Good.
Okay.
I think we'd like to have you.
Yeah, right. I-
What, submitter?
But I feel the same as Sue, I don't feel like I've done anything.
Well, this is
you know?
it, you know, and if you're,
Yeah.
But there's a few projects though,
Yeah.
coming up,
Plus
they're
this-
really,
Plus
Plus
this
this
room
waiting
too.
room.
I know.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
the library's gonna install, you
Oh,
know,
that's right,
everything
all
that
the
we
new
need to do
system and
inventory,
stuff,
The
yeah.
stuff and get it all
coordinate with them
organized,
before
yeah.
we can even start.
Yeah.
And this map
That would be
thing,
interesting.
And
that
what
map
about
thing too.
Yeah.
Brandon?
How about you?
Yes, what?
Yeah, wake up.
Come on, you're here.
Are we asking me to re-up?
You're not in.
You're currently an associate member.
Right,
The next step up would be to
Become a
become
member.
for the 3 years.
a 3-year board member, but it's also what will be required is gonna be a workload.
Right, no, at this moment, between coaching, grad school, regular school, and kid,
Teeth and kid.
I'm currently overwhelmed.
Yeah.
We
So
get that.
that's fine, there's usually always an empty spot when things slow down,
Yes.
but I
You
am,
can still,
I'll just roll down the hill and show up.
I'll still send it, it just means you're not a voting member.
That's fine.
I mean, if you wanna stay as an associate still,
Yeah,
I'll
I'll,
keep you on the emails, if not,
I like
then-
emails.
okay.
alright,
So do we convince you?
Well, don't put me down as a no yet.
Yeah, let's find our lots too.
I'll work on her.
We'll find a big project.
So we vote her to be a member, or you just, we submit her name to the selectmen?
you have to submit their names, don't you?
I think the
Well,
sheet.
I'll find out at the town clerk's
Yeah.
office when I
When you're at
start
the
working there
desk.
Tuesday.
It's been a while, huh?
Jan, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the assistant town clerk.
No kidding.
To Leslie?
Yeah, cause Wendy's
Oh, Wendy's
retiring.
retiring.
Did you read the letter in the paper today?
I'm sorry?
Did you read the letter in the paper today?
No, I was busy getting sworn in.
Read one of the letters to the editor in the Newburyport Daily News, it was in today.
Oh, I did read that.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go to old
Okay.
business,
Are we going to?
Wait a minute, 48 Main Street, you didn't say anything about that.
48 Main
I
Street.
wanna know.
Oh, no, 48 Main Street's new business.
New
Oh,
business,
sorry.
okay.
Comes in as correspondence, but
Alright,
gets
okay.
moved to the
No,
new
no,
business
no.
pile. Old business is, the green. Which is, this is.
Oh, Upper Green.
Upper
Okay.
Green, the memo that the selectmen had sent us 2 meetings ago, and last meeting we sent our response to the selectmen in reference to the Upper Green as far as the proposed changes and our concerns with altering the historic status of the Upper Green. Our concerns with this, that is currently a federal or a national historic site, and to alter the green at all would possibly change its status, and also our concerns with its actual historic appearance. So we sent that to the selectmen, and
No, exhibit
so-
A, yeah, sorry, don't you?
Yep. Yep, Jan sent a
I
letter
sent
over
it all
them.
to you, I believe.
Yeah.
So, and I did speak to Chairman Jeff Walker, and so they've scaled back their plans, and they, from what I understand, looking towards replacement of existing trees, and then maybe some other things, but they've run into the Firemen's Association that needs space to have the muster, and I believe they also met with the baseball people, and so on.
And
So
they
what,
wanna meet with us.
so,
Yeah.
so.
Lon and I attended that meeting.
Yeah, and I had 2 comments. The one was about putting the power lines, because they're trying to restore it the way it looked. I said, get National Grid to put the power lines underground, at least going through the park. And then for no reason, will, in 15 years, they'll be cutting the, you know, the holes in the trees again, you know,
Yeah.
putting,
Yeah.
And then the other comment was, and I said, I think I said that was me personally, I wasn't representing the Historic Commission on that one, but was the, I thought that that putting brick paths and stuff along High Road there, High Road and even along Parker, around that side would be okay, but I thought putting a ring of brick walkways around the pond, I thought would be out of character to a country.
Yeah.
It is,
Green.
it would be urbanizing.
So I
it.
said, yeah, that's what I said too.
Yeah.
It's, you know, this isn't a big city park, this is a green. And so I said, I didn't think that was a good idea, to go all the way around. Put them on the outside, just as a staging area, fine, but not
We
in,
don't even need.
you know, like brick pathways and stuff
This
like
is
that.
if you had a Civil War and a reenactment group that was gonna, like they've done in the past,
yeah.
of the
Yeah.
encampment
You would
there,
have-
you can't have brick pathways in the
Yeah.
middle of their
Right.
encampment for,
You know,
Yeah.
people,
Well, it changed
That's
the
what
complete
cows would
appearance
want.
of
They
the
wouldn't
water
have
pond there too.
And then there's the cows.
people move to Newbury, why do they move to Newbury? For the rural character.
Yeah.
If you put brick pathways in bronze cows, I'm sorry to say,
That's what the cows.
it's urbanizing the site.
Part of the reason they wanna have some brick, or maybe we can do some other kind of walkway, is to allow handicapped people to get to the memorial areas.
They
Where
can,
they
the
can't get to
grass is,
now.
the grass is fine.
That's the contention, and
Yeah,
then,
Really?
I don't know, I have a son in a wheelchair, he
Yeah.
can get there.
so, and Jeff,
Okay.
J.R. Colby spoke, cause I had in the letter, cause we had discussed this about the muster, and he also, he brought that up, that it's very important that that corner of the green stay empty the way it is, so. And they're gonna have 40 to 50 feet between the trees, I believe,
Yeah, it was quite a distance,
so that they
which is
won't,
good. So it won't be crowded.
and then J.R. asked if we could replace the Christmas tree.
okay, so they still wanna come and see
They
us?
want, they're going to refine their plans, and they would like to meet with us, cause they're already meeting with they were meeting with the athletic, and I told them that we were trying to have a short meeting tonight,
Okay,
and that we need to
That's
see
done.
plans
That's done.
to share.
all right.
with the
This, back in the late 1800s, we had reasonable density. This is going down the, what's the name of that street?
Green.
Hmm?
Behind,
Is that what it is?
behind it
Yeah,
is
going down the
Wall
little
Street.
street, but you can see these are pretty close together.
Yep.
These aren't down
Those are
this
the
way.
elm trees.
But I think the distance that they were quoting seemed more reasonable. So, yeah,
Yeah.
so it's not enclosed, and then definitely not that big mass of random trees back in the far, way back in here,
Yeah,
this corner.
so Jeff did read sections of our
Lon, was that a parking
Letter.
lot?
Okay.
That's what,
Oh, on
in the front there,
Oh,
I
was
think
it
it was.
water?
I think it was.
Yeah, it's like a
Well, they're all
It's
big
interesting,
there.
I think there was a culvert going underneath High Road.
Okay,
See, it going up High Road,
what's the original?
about here. Right here.
Okay.
I can't see it, but yeah, I think there's a
Wanna
culvert.
go right on to
For
new
drainage.
business? We've got a request, in reference to 48 Main Street. Hello, I'm writing you as a concerned former Newbury resident who grew up at 48 Main Street, Byfield. My parents sold the home 9 years ago to a family. Unfortunately, the home and property are about to go up for auction on Thursday of this week. The home is an amazing example of early 18th century farm with original architecture, barn and intact acreage along the Parker River. My family owned and loved the home for 30 years. It should not be auctioned off to the highest bidder, put at risk for development and fragmentation. From both historical preservation perspective and ecological values, the property itself, give the location right off the 95. I feel it is at very high risk of being raised for development and, or any company who wants to maximize profit, on and on. Please contact me right away. as far as this goes, there is no historic district. There is, we have, the only thing we have is the demolition delay bylaw on that house. And so that is enacted, that will protect it from demolition for the time period until somebody can resolve the preservation of the house or take any other action. The only person that can apply to put a privately owned house in any type of historic district, be it state or federal, has to be the person who owns the house, as we just discussed with the purple house, pink house. And so as far as that goes, there's not much else we can do other than help. This is from Kate McKay. So that's about it in a nutshell. Until anybody starts submitting plans, if there was to be a development and there was to be a preservation restriction, then the planning board and historical commission would be part and parcel of designing that along with Mass Historical.
According to the assessor, it's already an agricultural preservation. Selectmen have first refusal.
Okay? So that's a plus.
That's a
As of-
plus, then.
As of May 12th of 2016, it was farmed.
Okay.
How did you find that?
My husband looked it up on Google.
Good for Fred.
And then you went to town hall and got,
Yeah, but,
and what did she say, that any decisions for fiscal 2017 are done, and they'd have to wait till fiscal 2018, which of course starts July 1st, but they can't.
So what does that mean,
It-
agricultural?
It means that the town can
tax break,
purchase the land to preserve it.
So
Like
they
a first
keep the
refusal.
house, but, or the whole
they've
kit and
already,
caboodle.
I think it means they've got reduced taxes.
Yeah,
If
and the
it's
town,
Because of that,
And-
yes.
and the
that's
town
right.
has first refusal
Yeah.
on it.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's like those lots on Turkey Hill Road in West Newbury, the town has first refusal on those too, yeah.
Well, we just did that with High Road, the town had first
Right,
refusal on that.
right.
one down there.
Because if they refuse, then
Then
it
it's
goes,
back open
goes where
again.
it goes, right?
That must be where the McKays lived, right?
Yes, it is, that's the McKay's house, yeah,
and,
Letters from Kate McKay.
yeah, that's your daughter,
and then
yeah.
Nancy got a copy of the map from the assessor's office where it
Yeah.
is.
It's a beautiful spot, it overlooks the
Mhm.
river.
It's a nice house
And
too.
6.5
Oh,
acres,
yeah.
too, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so pretty,
acres.
I mean, it's
So
such
what's the last
a
one?
spot to own.
Now, that part faces the river, the part you see from the street is actually over here.
Yeah,
Don't look at me,
That's-
I don't even,
Just-
I
Yeah,
have
I love that
I
property.
can't believe that it
Well-
would sell
Yeah,
at a good price.
I know that somebody
Nobody's
wouldn't
gonna,
want it
nobody's
to
gonna
live in.
bulldoze it.
Today, I think they're
Nope.
doing the
Well,
cluster zoning.
if you paid
Yeah.
You know,
So
they're-
there's.
800,000 for it or
Plus,
600,000
I mean,
for it.
when they have an auction, do they set, okay, nothing
We
less
don't
than,
know.
right,
I don't
No.
know how
Yeah,
that works.
yeah.
Well, they may only
The
try to
bank
get their
only
money,
wants-
only
the
like
bank-
300.
That's
All
right.
right,
Yeah, but-
do we have any
No
other,
one's gonna be sitting there.
any other
and
new
go for
business before
300.
the board
Do
tonight?
it or about it.
Right.
I don't think so.
Anything else?
Oh,
Anybody
what,
have
let's see, was this, are we in new business?
New business?
Yeah.
What was I gonna bring up? Go, keep going, I'll
I have
take
a
it.
question for Jan.
Oh, I know what
Did
it
you
is.
ever find out about the, town books and how they're in that trailer, if they're just in there?
they're just in there.
Oh.
No.
We
You
don't
know,
have.
look at, I'm bringing out in sweat. I really am.
The problem is that, where are we gonna put them?
Put them back in the safe in the police
We
department.
can't, it's already part of the police department and it's being used.
The safe is being used.
How much,
for the-
how
Yeah.
much space do they take
Should've-
up?
Is that where they put the
Never
prisoners?
should.
No, I think they're probably storing firearms and stuff in there.
Yeah,
So
they-
they're
I'm sure
never
they
gonna
are.
let us.
I'm not,
Plus, I found out also that the,
But you were
the
telling me.
words of atmosphere, what do I want here? The,
Moisture.
things, yeah, moisture control
Oh,
and
Oh,
air
humidity.
controls,
Humidity.
humidity
Yeah.
and stuff are, not always right even in
No, they're
that
not.
safe.
so I'm not sure exactly how many, I've had these books in my hand.
How big an area would they take up?
That's,
The
that's
size
what,
of the
that's what
state?
I'm wondering.
Yeah,
There used to be a lot of space left in the safe at the Historical Society. Used to be. The safe that's in the basement used to be empty. Since this new administration's come in, they've kind of filled it. But until we can find a secure place, I really think they need to be, they need to be locked up.
You said that where they are right now, there's some type of control over them.
No, but they're supposed to be.
They're not in a storage trailer. They're in
It's
the
not a
building.
trailer, it's a storage unit
They're
that's
in the
part of
storage
the
unit
building.
inside the building.
Inside the building.
Now, and the town clerk is supposed to have possession of those proprietors books at all times. There's, in the back of the book, there's a statement in there.
Yeah, and
That
that's
they're
why,
supposed to-
cause she has.
So if you went in, she
goes
has
there.
access, right?
Yes, cause she took me in to show me,
Yeah.
because she also wants me to go in and help straighten it back out
Okay.
again.
We gotta find a place. Is there any way that we can look to see how much space they take up? And maybe find someplace to keep them until we figure out,
Come and visit.
all right.
Okay. All right, Lon.
Yeah, I try to remember what it was now. At the same meeting we went to, the selectmen meeting, I asked the selectmen what I would have to do to get 10 yards of gravel in that road again around the lower green, and right there where it enters High Road. What they do is they snow plow. They start in the road, and they go in, and all the gravel ends up in the back, and then every couple of years they go in there with a front lifter, and then they haul it out and throw it away. They don't move it back. It's just gone. And so this thing, over the years, it just gets lower and lower. So I said, what would it take to get that, and to get 10 yards of black topsoil of some sort to put over the roots. The roots of the trees are the roots that big around and that much is sticking out of the ground now.
Yeah.
And people are just parking there all the time now. And I was sent to who's the guy in charge of the DPW?
Surratt, James Surratt.
James Surratt.
Okay, anyway, so I called,
He
anyway, I
brought this
found
up
the
at
name, I got
Board
the
of
phone number, I
Selectmen
called.
meeting, so it's a
Left a
on
message.
record.
So I'm trying to get some gravel and some dirt, and I told her if you just drop it off, I've got a tractor and I'll spread it, just drop it.
Okay.
Let me know it's coming and I'll
You
spread
need
it
to
out.
contact the tree warden also. Did you do that?
I didn't do that. I figured there's no, until I got the,
Wharton? No, Wharton?
Tim,
Lamprey.
Tim's tips. What's his last name?
So another thing, Lon, that would be good subject of discussion at candidates night for selectmen, which is coming up. I think it'll be in the paper. They're having a candidates discussion. To bring that right in there about the parking.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, maybe you
I
do
mean,
do
it's
something.
been, it keeps coming up before the board, and there's no action being taken.
There's cars, I mean, somebody parked a truck there for 2 weeks, a couple
That
of
was
weeks
in
ago.
a butter too.
That blue truck out there.
He's in a
Yeah.
butter.
Hmm?
He's in a butter to that, a near a butter.
Oh, yeah, I assumed it was Rob's,
Yep,
yeah. But
I think he
but
got,
I didn't recognize it because he's
So-
never
so
had
did-
that truck before.
I think he got a
Did you
ticket.
contact him?
He did get a ticket.
I think I saw one on his
Oh,
window,
good. I like it.
but I can't swear to that.
So
I tell him to stop.
He said he did, so.
So
he's
what did
ready.
Jim Surratt say to you about doing this?
Let's him call back.
Oh,
Well, go
okay.
down there. He's right up the street, down the street from you.
Oh, and they'll be there. I can
He's
do
in the
that.
DPW there.
Okay,
Fred,
yeah.
Fred went over to the Harbor Garden Center and spoke with Tim and told him about the parking on the green and on the routes, and he said they shouldn't do that.
Good answer.
So he
Whenever I call, the police come and, I usually take a picture of the license plate and then bring it down to the police station and hand it to
They
them.
don't-
They usually
I don't think.
look it
they-
up, I guess, and call the people, and
Is there a
the next day
sign?
the car's
Is there a
gone.
sign down
No,
there
that's
saying
another
no
thing we're
parking on
working
the
on.
retreat routes?
We gotta,
Is there a sign?
No signs?
No, there's no signs at all.
I mean,
Can't
wouldn't
it
that
be
be the
easy
first
fix,
step,
wouldn't
to put a sign?
Yeah, why can't they put signs?
No
Well,
parking, police take
We
notice.
need to cover the routes though.
Well, cover the routes with a
Yeah,
sign, I
right.
mean,
Can we put a little do not cross sign on it,
All right.
not a parking lot.
Right, this is not a parking lot.
I could just get a 22 and start shooting out their windows from across the street.
It sounds like it's more fun, we're on camera,
All right.
No, I'm just,
Hey, Lon.
I'm kidding.
Okay, entertain a motion to adjourn at this point, so we can go on with our research project.
I made a motion.
Good.
to adjourn.
Nancy makes the motion, do I hear a second?
Second.
Second on Sue. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.